Pisces and Pisces rising, we are looking at 12th house stuff. All this Aquarius is in the house of surrender for you. You would be a great candidate for reading that book. It's Not Your Money. It really looks at how do you need time alone to integrate so many of the goals and the ways those goals may have manifested or not last year. There's a lot of stuff that Pisces rising needs to integrate right now. In that 12th house, Mercury retrograde really calls you to revisit your spiritual practices, revisit your contemplative practices, kind of hide yourself away for a minute to recover and renew, replenish. These are all big 12th house words, and especially Mercury retrograde in the 12th house. And yet there are some decisions that you have to make too. And this may be about helping the needy. That's one way that 12th house can manifest for Pisces rising. You may be asked to help a neighbor or a sibling yourself. You know, Pisces is the open-hearted, soft-hearted, tender-hearted one of the zodiac. And they can often give more than they actually have to give because they really gain so much sense of self-worth from giving. This is a time where there are a lot of needy people in the world. And I do want Pisces rising to be discerning about who you give to. You only are one person. You only have so much. And you yourself need replenishing right now. So you can balance the charitable giving, the support to the sick and the needy, with taking care of yourself. You can do both, but you have to balance it. I feel like there's some decisions that you are trying to make around this very issue. Maybe you are trying to find more structure around giving to a neighbor or a sibling, and that structure becomes more evident the further we get into this coming week. And by Saturday, you've figured it out, or you're forced to make a decision about it. That's the square aspect that we're all experiencing. But for Pisces rising, it's happening in that area of a sibling or a neighbor in crisis needing you to support them. And maybe you're feeling tapped out yourself. So, you know, this does require some careful handling, some discerning decision-making. Jupiter is the ruler of the Pisces chart. It's the ancient ruler. The modern ruler is Neptune. Jupiter's not involved that much except by the way the moon is interacting with it. And it's, you know, in a pretty nice alignment Monday. Things get tense, as they do for all of us Wednesday and Thursday, in particular for Pisces rising. So I would say Thursday is the day when this could have something to do with your worldview, your perspective, your faith in the way things are working out, being challenged. Maybe you yourself are struggling and you find that you have a hard time feeling hopeful around that Thursday timeframe. I don't want you to go into sadness around that, because I feel like the same day you get some sort of signal from the universe, from the heavens, from the consciousness that in fact it is safe to renew your faith. It is okay to be faithful, that things are going to work out. I mean, faithful to the concept of divine love working through all of us at all times, that really becomes a part of your consciousness around Thursday. Friday, the square aspects that are happening with the moon and Mercury retrograde, Friday and Saturday feel like you're confronted with something professionally. There's something going on with a boss or an authority figure. And this has probably been an ongoing problem, but that it reaches some sort of tense moment Friday and Saturday. And then by Saturday, when we have these alignments of Venus to Saturn, Chiron, and Uranus, there is some sort of change going on with this very issue of how much can I help without depleting myself completely. And maybe this is the reckoning or the moment next Saturday where you set a boundary I think boundaries are going to be key for you this year, Pisces rising. You're going to be challenged to set them off and on. And particularly with a sibling or a neighbor, those are the themes coming up this week.